Hi everyone, this is EvilGraham93, and got to do something a little different on this video. I'm actually going to, from this video on, I'm going to start doing video game reviews as well. So this first review that I'm doing is going to be on a game that I've been solidly playing for a good couple of weeks now. I've been absolutely addicted to it, and it's Dragon Age 2. So what I'm going to do with these video game reviews is I'm going to talk a little bit about the story, and then I'm going to go on to like the characters, review some of the characters, and basically stuff like that. Really, a little go delve into it a little more than I do with my movie reviews because there's a little more to add to it. So for those who haven't played Dragon Age 2, it's basically about a family that are escaping the land of Ferelden from the Darkspawn, and they basically get help from this witch and arrive at the city of Kirkwall. Basically from there on, the family slowly get whittled down. Some people leave, some people die, and you've got this main character here who eventually becomes the champion of Kirkwall, because he does various things for the city of Kirkwall, and they highly respect him. And so that's a bit about the story. I don't want to give too much away, but so the way of characters, obviously you've got the main character here who you are, called Hawke, and the good thing about this is you can either choose to be a male or female. This on the front is the male Hawke, and he's wearing his mage champion armour. So speaking about mage, you can choose to be a warrior, mage or rogue, and that's for both male and female, which is really cool. At the moment I've done the male warrior walkthrough and the male mage walkthrough. Well, not a walkthrough, just a playthrough really on the Xbox, and I'm currently doing the female rogue at the moment. But it's just really cool. Other characters, you've got Bethany and Carver, who are Hawke's brother and sister, but depending on who you choose at the beginning of the story, what category you choose, one of them dies. If you're a warrior, I think it's Carver who dies because he is also a warrior. If you're a mage, it's Bethany that dies because she's a mage, and I'm not too sure on the rogue because I've gone for the female rogue, and I believe it was Carver who died, so I'm not too sure on that. Pardon me, but so they're Hawke's brother and sister. Either way, as you get into the story, you lose touch with his brother or sister through various events. Either they die or they go somewhere else, depending on who you choose to go for a certain mission. Other characters, there's the first person to join your group is Aveline, right at the very beginning. She's also a warrior, and I think she's a Templar, or a city guard or something like that. But she joins your group, and then you get Varric, who is a rogue and is a dwarf, and he's also the narrator of the story at the very beginning. Isabella, who is another rogue, and she uses dual-wielding knives or daggers. Meryl, who is a mage, Dalish elf mage, and is one of the romance companions of Hawke. Depending on who you choose, you can choose Isabella, Meryl, Anders and Fenris, I think. But going on to Anders, he's another mage, and he was also a Grey Warden from the first game, Dragon Age Origins. But I don't think you see him in that. I think you see him in the DLC, I'm not too sure. And Meryl as well. And then lastly, I believe, just trying to think. Yeah, I think lastly it's Fenris, who is a elf warrior. So I mentioned back then that you can have romances with some of your party, and for me, I choose Meryl because she's a really strong mage to have in your party. So like I said, you can either have Meryl, Isabella, Fenris, or Anders. And the good thing about this game is they've not chosen just to have straight partnerships. They've actually thought that people, might want to have gay relationships in video games, but yeah, so that's good thinking on their part. I think it's not prejudice to anyone. So other characters, you've got the Arashok, who is actually on the back. It's this guy, and he's basically the leader of the Canary. And you'd have thought that he's the main villain, but he's actually not. He's more of a side villain. I think he gets dispatched around about halfway through the game, or at the 3/4 mark. So you also got Knight Commander Meredith, who's a very mysterious character. I don't think you actually see her until Act 3. And Orsino, who is something to do with the mages. Sorry about that. But yeah, you got all these characters, and you got tons of missions to do in this. Just been really, really addicted to this game. I find that it's a lot better than Dragon Age Origins, and I know a lot of people are arguing me with that because Origins is actually really popular compared to this one, but I actually find this is a little bit better. For like, the main reason is there's two main reasons. There's the combat speed, the time that you the time that you've given the order to attack, and him actually attacking. It's like really slow in Origins. From where this one, it's fluently. You press whatever button you're using. It could you can either get this on Xbox or PS3 or whatever. But the time it takes for him to attack after you've sent the command is it just goes fluently, and also they have the speech dial when you're talking to one of your characters, whereas in Origins it's just a list where you choose. But on Dragon Age 2 it's like a little dial at the bottom, it sits about there on the screen. I'm showing this awfully, but it'll have speeches around the bubble, and it'll show you what speech leads to what, and it normally, I think it's the top right of the screen, so it'll be this side will be peace, then you'll have the sarcastic remark, and then at the bottom you would have the angry remark, and then sometimes most of the times you've got an investigate there, so you can learn more of what you're about to do or what character you're about to face, and then to actually gain a relationship with your characters, there's actually a flirtatious quote down here that you click on. So yeah, I just find it really good. There's loads of creatures in this. If you're a massive fan of something like Lord of the Rings or like the fantasy sort of thing with dragons, you'll probably really enjoy this. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say about it, really. There's loads of downloadable content if you go onto the EA BioWare, or whatever it is, Dragon Age 2 BioWare, which I actually did to get the staff that he's actually holding now. I think it's that staff. Yeah, the staff that he's holding there, you can only get online, so through the EA website, so I actually did that. And surprisingly, it's not as strong as once thought, but I actually managed to keep it all the way through to the end without swapping. Obviously, I swapped once to put it into my equipment, so but yeah, from then on I just didn't take it out, and I actually managed to complete the game with the weak staff. So yeah, it's really cool. If you want to see a little bit more, I'd suggest that you go onto YouTube and watch the Dragon Age 2 Destiny trailer, because that shows a fight between the male mage Hawke and the Arashok, which is just completely awesome. So yeah, so this has been my review on Dragon Age 2. I should say, if people want to know, it is a fairly long game. It's not. You could probably do a good part of it in a day, but I don't think you could be able to complete it in a day. I don't know how many hours it is. Didn't say on the back. Yeah, it's pretty long. So yeah, this has been my review on Dragon Age 2, and I hope this has been helpful to people. I highly suggest you get this game if you love RPG games. I really enjoyed it. You can check out Dragon Age Origins, but it's just not for me, that one. I've still got it. I'm not going to trade it in just yet. I'm going to persevere with it. So, but it's going to be kind of hard, seeing as I've just got Skyrim as well, which is another fantasy RPG, and it's much longer than Dragon Age 2, I think. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and thanks for subbing if you have, and I'll see you all later. Bye.